It's 5 o'clock Mountain Time. It's time for Tom and Shane, business and politics. Shane will be along here in a moment. He was here and then he left, so we'll figure out what's going on with him in a moment. But anyway, Tom and Shane, business and politics, as usual, every Tuesday and Thursday at 5 p.m. Mountain Time, and happy to have you along with us. And as we said yesterday, whistleblowers showed up at Congress. The Ziegler and what was the other guy's name? Stampley. I got it here somewhere. Yeah, they showed up yesterday to do about 4 or 5 hours of testimony. Joseph Ziegler and Gary Shapley, who are IRS investigators, showed up and gave their spiel on the Hunter Biden situation and all of that. So I don't know. Shane's we're trying to get Shane back on here. He's maybe it's operating a little slowly, but we'll see if we can get him on here a second. There he is at last. He's there in all his glory. Yeah. So we got you.
Yeah, the minute I hit the delete background noise, they threw me away. Into the trash I went.
Well, it's a check
So I'm
mark.
back.
It's not a delete. You just check the box.
I did check the box. I was talking to you when I did it, and then I did it,
Okay.
and then
Yeah.
I was gone. So
Okay. Well,
I guess they had to. What? It doesn't matter. We're here. Let's talk. Come
no,
on,
it doesn't
buddy.
matter. What's going on? So what did you take away? What did you take away from it? Because our talk before we went on, you apparently got a hell of a lot more out of this than I did. So tell me what you learned yesterday that you didn't know.
Well, I'm more convinced than I've ever been that the big guy is Obama. Number one. Number two, they clearly had a smoking gun with regard to the 5 million to each of them from the Ukraine. They confirmed in questioning that they found 17.5 million that Hunter received and members of the Hunter family. They're still searching more. They've done this all in 5 months that the Attorney General and your Department of Justice couldn't find in 5 years. And I'm quite certain, because of what their comments were, they felt that there's probably 35 to 40 million that's been sent, not just from the Ukraine and China, but Romania, Russia, and so forth. So it's a dumpster fire now for the Biden family, because the next to come before this committee in the House will be his two brothers and probably members of his family. And as I've said before, the key here is keep piling it on. Don't do anything about impeachment. Just leave it political. Keep keep filling the dumpster with more truth about the Biden family, and Biden's gone. After yesterday, there's no way he can't run.
Yeah, you could make the same case for Trump. Trump's got 37 counts. He's not gone. Why would Biden be gone? I mean, his followers don't believe this crap anymore than Trump's followers believe the crap about him.
And
so
that's probably true.
What's changing? What's changing?
Well, nothing if Biden doesn't walk away. I mean, if he does, everything changes.
Well, yeah,
the whole situation. I mean, did you hear what the minority leader of the Democratic Party, can't think of the guy's name, from New York, that replaced Nancy Pelosi, his comment about Joseph Kennedy Jr.? Like, beam me up, Scotty. There's no one here. And I mean, he sat. I mean, you're absolutely right. They don't want him anywhere near this process of being involved.
The DNC is they're gonna do everything they can to sideline him. And I firmly believe that Biden is not going to walk away. He is not going anywhere. The DNC is firmly behind him. Nancy's behind him. Everybody's behind him. So he is officially he's going to run. And there's I don't see any way that he doesn't run unless he croaks or has a stroke or something. That's the only thing that keeps him out of the race.
And we both agree to disagree, but I certainly agree with what you're saying,
Mhm.
and that unless something unforeseen
Yeah.
happens, I mean, there's more
Mhm.
whistleblowers and more may now appear. Yeah,
Yeah.
and as I said, the best thing is keep feeding the dumpster. Don't talk about
Mhm.
impeachment, you know,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
you know, I mean, when CNN spends 20 minutes yesterday during the first
Mhm.
break, they spent 20
Yeah.
minutes talking about the a prosecutor in New York going after Trump.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
he went out for a Subway sandwich, and they were arguing whether it was a half long or foot long. I mean,
Mhm. Did he come
that's where CNN's at. You know,
did he come back drenched in bleach with a noose around his neck?
so, but he came back with a sandwich of some kind.
Thought maybe it was a rerun of Jesse what's his name, so let's see
Yeah,
from our
probably.
group here, our happy family. Well, if I can get it up there, it'll stay. There we go. If Trump goes to jail, he can still be president. If he's voted in, he can pardon himself only for federal crimes. So he can't pardon himself for state crimes. So he may have to stay in jail
That's
for
correct.
any state crimes. Yeah, but federal crimes, yeah, he can do away with
Well,
that.
but this issue in New York isn't gonna happen until after the election, and then
Well, we don't
after
know
he's
that
reelected
yet.
and
We
in
don't.
place.
He's asked for it, but we don't know it yet.
Yeah. Oh, I hate that. That's it's like the judge that's got to review the deal the DOJ's now made with Hunter next month. You know, how can she agree with it? She's got to send him away and say, no, you got to come back with something better than this. Because, and by the way, I want him
Mhm.
arrested immediately and thrown in
Yeah.
jail with no bail. I mean, this is now, this is another issue of a flying black swan that could land right on top of the back of your president, and we'll see what she does. I don't think that she can walk away from what she's heard and seen, and we have.
Yeah.
The deal they did with him. It's not acceptable.
Nancy says talk with Rob Portman or Rob Natelson rather. Rob is a well-known guy in Montana that has run for office and been elected numerous times. He agrees with me that a convention of states could swallow up our government, making it smaller. We have allowed a shadow government to grow in size, which is arrogant and feels entitled. So yeah, could go along with that. I think we're
Well, the
on the money
Democrats
there
don't
with
want to.
Nancy.
Yeah, but the Democrats don't want a constitutional convention because there's too many red states. They would have a
Yeah,
majority on everything that they're talking
yeah,
about.
they'd have
Because
a hard time.
yeah, in a convention, the
Mhm.
Constitution is very clear. Each state has one vote. That's it. There's
Yeah,
no. That's it. One state. So if you're the
one state,
Republicans
one
and
vote.
I think what there are
Mhm.
28 states now they have or whatever. So
Yeah, I
Democrats don't
forget
want that.
how. No, they don't want that. So, well, the thing I noticed yesterday that the Democrats, rather than questioning the witnesses, wanted to give speeches. They gave
That's
speeches
right.
about how the brown and black people have gotten the short end of the stick for 100 and 200 years or whatever. And the other thing was that they seemed to justify bad behavior of Biden by pointing to bad behavior by Trump. That it's okay if
Yeah.
it's okay if Biden does it because Trump did it too. So, well, all of a sudden it's okay. So why are we even here?
Well, their argument was threefold. Uh, we're here because the Republicans and Trump want us to have these hearings. We shouldn't be here because Trump's being indicted, and from and then listed in the January
Mhm.
6th and New York and
Yeah.
Georgia and so forth. And then they tried to impeach the witnesses, which they couldn't, even when they tried
Mhm.
to go over specific aspects of their
Yeah, their
just the
testimony. Yeah,
different
Shapley was
testimony.
very
Yeah.
good at shutting them down. I thought he did an excellent job of shutting them down. And then on top of that, you got Ziegler, who's a Democrat and gay. So you can't attack this guy on the Democrat side.
No, but
Well,
they did. But they
you
did.
can because he's not liberal enough. He's not gay enough, and I mean, he's just not. He doesn't fit their mold.
Well, they're absent of any sense. They have no argument, and the difficulty you have when you have no argument is you have to say something else
Mhm.
because you've got to talk for 5 minutes. Well, it's not difficult to do. I
No.
listened to I listened to Cortez, and it was, excuse me, bullshit. I mean, it was just
Yeah. Mhm.
uh, a majority, if not all, of the Democrats on that committee had nothing to
Mhm.
say except to tie it somehow to Trump in some ridiculous way. But
Yeah.
they didn't want to talk about
Mhm.
why they were
Well,
there.
they talk about Flynn. They talk about,
Yeah,
everybody that was in the
exactly.
Trump camp that got, um, went out and got got arrested, got indicted, got imprisoned, whatever. Giuliani, they had to go after him as well. And that's what I was saying, that you can't justify bad behavior by pointing to new bad behavior. So,
Well, and they kept talking about the fact that the federal prosecutor Smith,
hmm,
he was
yeah,
appointed by Trump, and maybe he did have complete control, maybe he didn't, and both
mhm,
these witnesses said that the attorney general nixed it. That they were blocked
mhm,
everywhere. They weren't allowed
yeah,
to interview any of the Biden
mhm,
family, including Hunter.
yeah,
They wouldn't
mhm,
let
mhm,
your Department of Justice wouldn't let any of these IRS prosecutors look at his computer. So
mhm,
yeah,
yeah. Well, they saw
there's
the computer, not
there's a
all of
there's
it,
a
but
but there's a great movie, A Bridge Too Far. The
yeah.
Democrats have a bridge too far that even Biden can't
Mhm,
finish.
mhm. Yeah. Well, nobody could point the finger to, Merrick Garland.
Oh, they
They
both did. No, no, they both
No,
did.
they didn't.
Yes,
Shapley
they did.
said there's no evidence of Merrick Garland interfering in this investigation.
No, what he
He said that on oath, under oath.
he said he came forward as a whistleblower when he heard the attorney general say before everyone, "I'm not interfering with this, and Smith has complete control." And then when he saw the
Yeah.
email halting Smith's efforts to proceed and theirs as well, that's when he determined that he was coming forward because he believes that
Mhm,
the attorney general lied to Congress. I mean,
mhm.
you know, he, that's what he said.
Well, he said that he had no evidence of, Garland interfering with Smith or
Yeah, he's got the
yeah.
email. No, he turned over they asked for the email and he said he'll turn it over to him.
Mhm. Well, he should have said it came from above. He didn't say it came from Merrick
But
Garland.
they have an email from Garland to Smith saying you can't go here. And they have other emails to them saying you can't go
Mm,
here. And Smith made a deal with
yeah.
Hunter's attorneys to extend the period when
Mhm,
tax issue would go abate, and they
mhm.
agreed to it, and then he didn't extend it. So I no
Yeah.
it's
Mhm,
Biden's living in
mhm,
a waking nightmare. I mean,
mhm.
both of them, him and his son. I'd be worried about his son.
Yeah. Well, they're not.
I would
I
bear
mean,
to suggest, but I think he's
yeah.
going to prison. He's going to go to
Well,
prison for
no.
whether it's a
No, they're
year
not.
or six
No,
months.
nobody's going to prison. I
I
mean,
I I can
who's
see
gonna
what you think.
who's gonna bring charges, Shane? Nobody.
This judge,
Nobody's
the judge
don't
that's going to
don't
the
no.
judge that's she doesn't have to accept their plea, Tom, or their agreement. The judge doesn't
Well,
have to accept it.
On Hunter Biden, yeah, but not Dad.
But that
Dad's not going anywhere.
I wasn't talking about that. I said Hunter's going to
Mhm.
jail.
No,
I
I don't
think
think so.
Hunter's going to jail. Okay, that's my opinion. That's just what I
Yeah. No, I don't think so either. No, he's not going anywhere.
think. And Trump will
Um,
never see the inside
yeah.
of a jail. I don't care what anybody wants to
Well,
argue
okay,
about it.
let's suppose Hunter does go to jail. He's got 2 felonies. Dad pardons him. Big deal. It's over.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, he's
fine.
got 2 federal felonies, so
So then he doesn't go to jail, and
yeah.
unless a state attorney
Mhm.
general decides to file charges against him, which they can against Hunter, and make it a
For what?
state case, whatever
For
they
what?
want, whatever they
You
want,
can't just pull a charge out of the air, Shane. What
Tom.
are you talking about?
I'm not talking about
He's got
pulling
2
anything out of that.
charges. One of them is tax charges, which is federal. The other's a gun charge, which is federal. I don't see any state charge.
Okay. I didn't say there was a state charge. I said unless an attorney general of a state decides that they want to do a case against Hunter on some
Some off the wall
issue that
charge.
right. I mean that argument that one congresswoman made about him, crossing from
The
California
Mann
to
Act. He
the
violated the Mann Act. Yeah.
thank you. I was going
Yeah.
to say that the Mann Act.
Federal. Federal.
I know it's a federal one, but that it's possible that there's somewhere in some state that could allow a state attorney
Yeah.
general to press charges. We'll see.
Yeah.
We don't know. We're just surmising. We're just
Yeah. That's why we're here. We're talking about it. I read
yeah.
today the FBI destroyed the bag of cocaine found in the crack house before investigation. Yeah, that's done and over and gone, and
But
nobody's
it
gonna
was
go there.
well, from if unless I'm wrong, which one of our watchers can correct me. My understanding is the Secret Service incinerated it in the basement of the White House
Yeah, whatever.
before
Yeah,
before
it's
giving
gone.
it to the FBI. It's gone.
Yeah,
Of
yeah,
course,
it's
it's
gone.
gone.
Gone. So
Because there's DNA
yeah,
and fingerprints on it, so it's gone. Yeah, they know who
well,
it is.
they claim there was no DNA. They claim there's no fingerprints.
They wouldn't know. The only ones that could tell you that would be the FBI at Qualico.
And that's what the FBI said. They said there's no DNA and there's no fingerprints. That's
No,
what
they didn't give
that's
it
what
to
they said.
the FBI didn't look at it. They didn't give it to the FBI. They incinerated it. The Secret
Well,
Service did.
I don't know. Secret Service said they didn't find anything either. So I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah, right.
doesn't matter. It's done deal. It's over. Gone.
Whatever it is, it's over.
It won't be happening. It won't be happening again.
Well,
So,
if Trump gets elected, it'll be happening. You wait and see.
no, I don't think so. No.
Now
Nope.
remember,
water under the bridge.
Remember, if when Biden leaves office, whether he runs or not, he can be. They can then go after him and the House and the Senate and make charges and stuff. And
well, they can't. The Congress can't make any charge that's going to put you in court.
no, but they can go after a president afterwards and impeach him.
Well, yeah, it's a big deal.
They the president.
He's impeached. He's out of office.
Just bringing up a topic. I'm just making an observation. Give me a break.
I understand, but
don't beat me over the head with your handy bar there.
Well, it would be interesting if Kamala didn't break the tie and took Biden out of office. That'd be news. That'd be something fun to talk about.
I was talking about after he leaves.
But I mean, if they impeach him now, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Well, they can't impeach him after he's out of office because he's out of office.
Yes, they can.
Well, it's symbolic. Nothing but symbolic.
Well, they do that all the time to Republicans. So
I don't remember anybody being impeached after they're out of office. You're the historian, so you would know better than me. But
I didn't say anyone has been. I said a president can be, after leaving office, impeached. It's in your Constitution. That's all I said.
Okay. All right. Well, if you say so, you would know. You know the Constitution a hell of a lot better than I do. So.
Well, thank you.
Well,
wait, rewind that. I gotta save this.
that I complimented you on something.
You gave me a compliment. Oh my god!
I know.
I gotta spin around in my chair.
Where's my med? Where's my meds?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, jeez. Well, I don't know what to tell you. Well, I do know what to tell you, actually. I need to tell you that you got to subscribe. You got to subscribe, ring the notification bell. You'll always be notified when we're on, and like us and leave a comment because we'd like to know what you want to talk about or what you want us to talk about.
Put a like up there. We need
put a like up there. Yeah, hit the like button.
Like.
I mean, even if you don't subscribe, at least hit the like button. What the hell?
Yeah. Give us a like.
Come on. I mean, what's not to like? We're two old guys that are fun to listen to. Come on.
And then when you like it, share it. Okay. Because we do that. We like it. And
sure. It. I mean, we're sharing what we think with you.
That's right.
Return the favor. Share with your friends. All right.
So,
Absolutely
real
right.
quick, 110
Yeah.
degrees here yesterday, and over 100
Yeah.
degrees Fahrenheit today
Yeah.
in my fair backyard. What's your backyard like temperature wise?
Well, we're going to be in the 90s over the weekend, low 90s. So
Yeah, this is
it's
just
just
amazing.
normal Montana temperatures.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
no, it's
we're
never been this. I've been here since 21. It's not never been this hot. But
oh well, okay. Well, no, we've had 40 below for a couple of winters and 90 above, so it's normal for
we
us.
got
So
we got we almost got to 25 below here.
yeah,
We got to 22 below this last winter. Yeah, it was
yeah,
MF cold.
yeah. Well, here in Bozeman, Montana, where I am, Shane's in Kamloops, Canada. It's a mile above sea level here, so we're closer to the sun. So that's why it's warmer here. So, and when it's in the winter, we're further away from the sun, so that's why it's colder. So,
Yeah,
so that's
right.
how it works. So it doesn't have
We're
anything to do
no,
with climate change or any of the other crap that the left wing
no.
wants to put out there for you.
It
So,
it's because of the Nordic highs that are moving down across the continent and creating
yeah,
a heat zone that's boy, it's wild. And Europe is
yeah,
even worse. But we talked
that's
about that
true.
last week. We don't need to
That's
talk
right.
about that today.
No, we don't need to. What we do need to talk about, though, is if you like 20 minutes, think what 3 hours are like of us. Holy smokes.
We enjoy it.
We're
Hey, I
live on the
enjoy it.
radio. Well, I don't listen, so I don't know. But
Oh,
anyway,
you
we're
don't?
on radio every Saturday, 8 to 11 Mountain Time. You can listen live anywhere in the known universe at kmmsam.com. Write it down, learn it, live it, love it.
And hitch
Click
a
listen
hike.
now. There's no sign up. There's nothing to join. There's no email needed. No personal information of any kind. You can call us. You can text us. It's great. And if you missed any of our previous shows or videos, they are all at kmmsam.com. Click on Tom and
Well,
Shane's podcast, and there you are.
back in the day when I ran on the largest nightclub in Toronto, or in Canada, in Toronto, they called me the Insane Shane because every night I'd end with a song karaoke type thing, New
Oh,
York, New York. But having said that, if you think I look insane now with you, let me
yeah,
tell you, folks, by the end of the first hour, my adrenaline level on a scale to 1 to 10 is like at 8. I mean, I
yeah,
really, I have to hop around the backyard after we finish because I'm just like
yeah.
a rocket ship.
I can't think of anything emptying a nightclub faster than you singing karaoke.
Mhm. Well,
That
thank
no
you for
wonder you
that.
did it at closing.
Yeah. Hey, I changed the business and the industry, not only in the club I was in, and made it the most popular in the city of Toronto.
All
We
right.
got over 2,400 people in on Saturday nights, and they paid $25 each. So there you go. Friday
That's
nights was the same. Over 2,400 people paying $20 a night. So there you go.
wow. That's almost as much
I was good.
as a congressman gets. All right.
It
I'm
was. They
excited.
loved the cash. It was all cash. Cash at the
I'll bet,
door.
I'll
Cash.
bet
Cash.
it was. All right. All right, that's going to wrap it up for us. Hey, don't forget, we are here every Tuesday and Thursday, 5 o'clock Mountain Time. Don't forget, looking at the crawl across the bottom of your screen, we are also on radio every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 Mountain Time. You'll want to tune into that, and you can hear it anywhere in the known world at kmmsam.com. So check that out. And also, we want to thank you for watching. Please subscribe, ring the notification bell, and like us. And we will see you on our next
No, no,
podcast
no.
next
Wait, wait,
Tuesday.
wait, wait, wait. I have a public service announcement.
Oh, really?
Yep. Yeah, for me, this is important for me. So I
Oh,
want
well,
everyone that watches us, and I want it on the record today, that my reference of a demolition party or my reference is it's sarcasm. It's meant to be humorous in looking at what we're seeing. I am not being insulting. I'm not being belligerent. I'm not being racist. I'm not being bigoted. I'm just being sarcastic. So for all those listening, for the sake of not getting my thumbs in a ringer, it's sarcasm. So there you go. It's on the record now. Thank you.
and why did somebody say something about it to you?
No, I'm just covering my ass.
Okay. A real show. Thanks, Linda. We appreciate it. All right. As I was saying before, before the demolition party took over, uh, we're, we're going to see you next Tuesday on our regular podcast, 5 o'clock Mountain Time. And you will hear us on the radio every Saturday, rather, 8 to 11. Crawl across the screen, kmmsam.com. Till then, we are out of here. Thanks for watching.